Bean and intro.
When's the last time you heard a podcast that truly did not give a damn about what people thought or said? It's been a while, right? Welcome to No Filter Radio. No Filter Radio. We have freedom of speech. Too bad nobody else uses it. If we think it, we say it. And we say it how we want. From cultural issues to political issues. As a matter of fact, we cover any issues. Open your ears as we open our huge mouths. This is No Filter Radio, and this is your host, Mark G.
Yeah, baby. What is going on? No Filter Radio. What is up? I may be Rona driven, but Rona's not going to bring down this man for this podcast. We're coming live and direct tonight. I've got Gary with me again. Gary, what's happening?
What's going on, party people?
Oh, man, what a last 24 hours I had, man. Last 24 hours was a fucking ride. But before I get right into this podcast and we start going to town and talking about shit, I've got to get this out because I know for a fact I'm probably going to get banned on one of these platforms tonight after this show. But I'm going to give a little disclaimer. Number one, I'm not a fucking doctor. I do not claim to be a doctor, nor will I ever. Number two, everything we're going to be discussing tonight is my experience and my experience only. So keep that in mind as we go with this show because they're not going to like what I have to say tonight. They're really not. My mother didn't even like what I had to say tonight. So, yeah. Brother, I got the corona, as you know. I got the good old COVID.
Rona,
man. It's been a hell of a ride. You know, I'm not in the hospital. I'm not on a ventilator. That's a plus, right?
that is a plus.
Right? That's
Definitely a plus.
definitely a plus. And I feel amazing right now. I really do. I mean, I feel like maybe a little bit less energy. It may not seem like it because I'm sitting on my ass and able to be a little energetic, but I do feel a little bit more drawn out. So it's going to be interesting when I work tomorrow. And yes, I am going to work and no one really gives a fuck because I got to make money and they got to have shit done, right? So work's going to keep going on.
It's just dope that your clients are cool.
Yeah, my clients are down, you know. They know I'm in their businesses when there's nobody there.
Right.
They know, according to the CDC and a bunch of other reports, that COVID does not survive on surfaces.
Yep.
They know this. But some of them still have a spray just for extra security, and I don't mind. I've got the disinfectant and stuff like that, whatever.
Right.
But, seriously, so 2 days ago, about 48 hours, I tested for, no, it's only been 24 hours. All right, so I'm going to say right around New Year's Eve, maybe even after I had that beer and did that podcast. Remember how I said the next day I had the biggest fucking hangover off 2 beers?
Right. Yeah.
I'm wondering now if that was the beginning of COVID. Because that literally knocked me on my ass and I didn't want to do nothing.
And that's what I'm saying, man. Like I enjoy drinking too much, so I try not to drink. And it's like, especially right now when there's like respiratory shit going on, people don't, maybe they don't understand that it's like, it can fuck with your respiratory system, drinking, especially if you're not like an avid drinker, you know?
Right.
So it got you. I think that maybe just kicked your immune system in the gut just enough for it to fuck you up.
Yeah, just enough for COVID to say, hello, book. Yeah, I'm in there now,
right
bitch.
Yeah. Didn't even spit on it, just
right? It didn't use no fucking lube. It just hopped right in. It's like, boop, there I am. Time to give you the Rona. How do you like me now?
right.
So let me just say, I started feeling sluggish, but I didn't think nothing. I thought it was a hangover. That's what I thought. I thought, it's just a fucking hangover. I'm getting my ass kicked with this hangover. Yesterday, I'm going to talk more about this later and what the new features are on the website. So yesterday I was working hard, working on the website, redid the whole website, got a whole new revamp, which I gotta add, the website looks fucking amazing. I'm not sure if you've taken a look at everything on it, but I like it. And I added a new feature. We're going to talk about that, but I'd say right around 3 or 4 o'clock, I told the wife, I said, damn, this fucking headache won't go away. I'm feeling like shit. Don't know what fucking hit me. wife's like, oh, well, you've been on that computer all day long, researching, studying, and trying to learn how to, get the website program and shit done. You're probably just freaking hurt your eyes and shit and fucked yourself up from doing that. Yeah, you're probably right. And I checked my temperature and I'm like, oh shit, I got a fever. So took the rona test then. And this one I took what I call the Lollipop Test. So we have a couple different tests here at the house. I took the first one was a Lollipop Test. So basically with this one, you do your swab or whatever, and you do, I think it was like 6 drops of liquid inside this like cardboard thing. And then you fucking, after you do your swab, you stick your swab in a hole, you twist it 3 times, close it up and lock it up and let it go. Well, I did it. And the wife thought I was kind of joking at first, or she thought maybe I was exaggerating, because I like to do that. When I get sick, I over-exaggerate. So I was like, I think there's a thin line. I can almost swear I'm seeing the line. She kind of chuckled. Yeah, okay. She comes out and looks at it. She goes, oh, you might have that COVID. So fuck. So I went ahead and friggin' said, all right, whatever. We'll see what happens. And as you know, because I text you, and as everybody on my Facebook, because I've got a couple of friends on Facebook that bitching about it, because I'm a baby. I'm a big ass baby when I'm sick. I don't care. I'll fucking admit it. So I was posting my temperature as it was climbing, and I went from 100. No, actually, I started off at 99.8, and I rode up to, I want to say 102.8 by 11:30.
It went quick, dude.
It did, dude. It fucking flew.
Quick.
Like
that. There was like a 30-minute jump that was like, fuck, that was a lot.
Yeah, like that 30-minute gap when I was on the phone, that fucker did jumped up quite a bit. It was like, holy shit. But yeah, it was quite the ride. And then at some point last night, I lost my taste and smell. And then I was like, okay, we're kind of talking legit. This is going to really suck having no taste and smell for a couple of weeks. I got my taste and smell back. Got it back like first thing this morning. I woke up, had my coffee. I'm like, oh shit, thank the fucking Lord I can taste my coffee. Because if my coffee only tastes like mud water, I was going to be pissed. So tasting my coffee, I was happy. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll talk about that incident here in a minute. So I got my taste back. I still rocked a fever for a little bit this morning. Still had a freaking migraine. Dude, the worst thing about this whole thing for me is the fucking migraine that came with it. I don't get headaches. I really don't. My wife gets them all the time. She gets some really bad headaches. I don't get them. I don't for the life of me ever get headaches. So that's when I know something's truly wrong, when I'm fucking getting this excruciating, pounding, like just stagnant headache that won't go anywhere. And that went away. I haven't had that back now. Could it be because I'm pumping myself full of freaking ibuprofen and acetaminophen? Possibility. Because I'm taking the hospital. I still had some leftover 400 milligram ibuprofen from the last time I went to the hospital. So I'm just taking those. Whatever. It's working. So I will take it. Yeah. And then that's gone right now. Now, I'm not even sure if the headaches beat the hell out of COVID gas. Yeah, the way you, dude, I'm serious. Like, COVID gas is fucking horrible. It's fucking horrible. Dude, I'm telling you, when you get COVID, something crawls in your stomach and dies and then rots there. And then fumigates and then eventually escapes and then makes you think there's a category 5 freaking sewage spill in your house. It's horrible. That's fucking horrible.
That's unfortunate for everybody that is around you right now.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. The wife's at the work. The teenagers are in the room. But as soon as they come out their bedroom doors, they're in for a fucking surprise.
Right. And if you got your smell back, then you know what they're coming in for.
Right. Well, the funniest thing is the teenagers, when they had COVID, I think they were right around the same ride as I'm having. Except for I think they lost their taste and smell for a little bit longer. So I got a couple of different comments here. The dude Sean over at Podbean says it's okay, everyone survives it for the most part. True. The only crazy lady posted lucky you. And then I got Megan Hubbard down there. I can throw up hers on the screen. It says I had COVID November 2020. I have long haul COVID. It sucks ass. So you must have got quite a bit of inflammation, because I think it's one of the things I was reading about. The long haulers get a major severe like inflammation that causes it to last longer. I believe. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. That's just the shit that I researched and found out on. Just Googling and DuckDuckGoing and reading people's Facebook posts and shit like that. But I'm really skating on ice here talking about my COVID experience.
Well, hold on. Let's support that real quick, because you sent me a link, and it was from PubMed, and I do believe that PubMed is a reasonable, reliable, peer reviewed, or at least real medical doctor, real scientists, like research scientists and shit. Like, they're the ones posting those articles. It's not a Wikipedia. You know what I mean? So it's like it's government ran website. So you're Googling, and your research is from legit resources.
Right.
So make sure, if you're going to pull up this information, like, this is a legit resource. This is from PubMed. Like, that's legit.
Right.
So, yeah. So fuck the moderators and your
Fuck
seriously. Yeah, it's like fucking real information. So,
right. So I'm not sure if you see a Megan posted there. I'm gonna throw it up the screen. Yeah. For those who are on Podbean, Megan just posted another post on Facebook. She's watching us live on a video. She says lots of pulmonary issues, headaches, and inflammation, etc.
Yep.
So yeah, I think the other thing I'm having with COVID, I swear, I'm pissing like a pregnant woman. Like, when my wife was pregnant, she used to run to the bathroom constantly.
How dare you
compare myself to a pregnant woman on my pissing?
Birthing person.
Oh, birthing. Is that what we call birthing?
They're birthing people. They're not women now, right? Is that what they are? I'm in camp 2 genders, so I don't know. I'm just stirring the pot right now.
Now you're really making us see the ice here. But yeah, so like, yeah, I'm gonna say pregnant, because you know what? My wife was pregnant.
Right.
That's what we called her. So like, she went pissing quite a bit of time. So that was the one thing I did send my doctor a message. I was like, hey, I am pissing like a freaking pregnant person here. And I want to make sure this is legit like COVID. So funny part is, one of the doctors I talked to earlier regarding so I can get a monoclonal antibody, she says I'm the second person that she's heard talk about this pissing like constantly type of thing with COVID, because she's not really heard about it. So I was the second person. Now, my legit personal doctor, he has stated that it's probably due to the amount of liquids, vitamins, as well as my fever. I guess when you spike a fever, you will typically tend to piss out a lot of toxins out of your body. And when you sweat, it goes down to your bladder or whatever. I don't know. It was a long fucking write-up. It was sent to me in this thing called My Chart. Your dogs must be going nuts, because I'm seeing you staring out the way.
Yeah, they're doing something.
So, needless to say, yeah, we're here doing a podcast now, and COVID or not, I'm here. And the only thing I've really been doing as far as this, since before COVID, I've been taking multiple vitamins. And granted, my wife's listening right now, so she's probably going to throw something at me when she gets home, because I'm mentioning the word vitamins. She's been sick multiple times with a cold. And I'm like, take the vitamins. I'm the only one in this house not getting sick. What happens? I get fucking COVID. Right? So I tell her to take fucking vitamins, because everybody in the house is getting sick, and I'm over here not sick. And oh, wait a minute, I got a text message. She goes, I'm not a birthing person twice.
Yeah, hell yeah, for sure.
So like, but yeah. So I kept telling her, take your vitamins. I'm the only one in the house not getting sick. Here I am now, the only one in the house with COVID. So yeah, it happens.
But you're the last one in the house to get COVID also.
Not really.
No, I thought.
No, the Amanda and the young ones have not gotten COVID, as far as we know.
The 2 ones, they were sick a bunch. Those were just colds all those times.
That's what we're thinking. They never tested positive.
All right, interesting.
So whether they had the cold or whether they had COVID, because there's been cases people having COVID that just don't register on the test.
But the 2 that got COVID never leave the house.
Never leave the house. Well, all right. So here's the interesting fact. Let me go into the 2.
They go to school or whatever. I don't know. That's
right. Let me break it down for the 2 that got COVID in the house. So Adriana, she got her COVID for the one and only time she left this house and went to a barbecue.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Okay.
She leaves the house, goes to a barbecue, catches COVID. Boom. Show's over for her. The teenage son, we don't know where he got his COVID, to be honest. He was in school, going back for school. So there's a good chance he did catch his COVID in school.
Okay.
But yeah. And then mine, well, interesting thing about mine, either A, I gave the COVID to my neighbor across the street, or he gave me fucking COVID. Because interesting story, couple days, I'd say about 5 days ago, we are both outside. So he wanted to see my drone that I got for Christmas. I was flying out my drone, demonstrating the drone and shit to him. And we both tested. I didn't know this till he sent me a message, said, "Oh, you took a COVID test today and got positive?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "So didn't I." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, what's wrong with you?" He goes, "Feeling sluggish all day long, spiked the fever." I'm like, "Oh yeah, me too." So,
how's his headache?
Right. Actually, he didn't get a headache, fucking bastard.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't get. He just felt sluggish and nauseous. So he didn't get the headache out of it. I got the freaking headache. Horrible. Maybe it's my vitamins. He don't take vitamins. He drinks plenty of beer though.
Interesting.
Right. And that was the other thing, like I was going to talk to. So as far as the vitamins goes, before freaking I got COVID, obviously I've been taking vitamin D, vitamin B, vitamin C, quercetin, and zinc. It's been my regular vitamin regimen for almost 5 to 6 months now. I've just been taking it religiously. Now that I have COVID, it's the same regimen. The only thing extra that I added is something called NAC, NAC. And I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because it has been pulled off the shelves by the CDC. And I don't want to get banned from talking about it. But I will say I am taking NAC, but that's all I'm going to say. Because that's about as ice skating as I'm going on that one. If you want to know more about NAC, please duck. Do not Google NAC.
Yeah.
Go NAC. Because if you Google it, you're going to get the liberal side of things.
Yeah, you're going to get a bunch of bullshit.
If you go it, you're going to get everything. You're going to get the liberal, you're going to get the Republican is the way I'm going to word it, or you're going to get the scientific.
You're just going to get information.
Yeah, you're going to get the information that you need, where you're able to put your P's and Q's together and make your own decision, as every American should, or as any human should. Yeah. I shouldn't say American, but any human should. That's the biggest thing that I don't think people waking up to do. Like, we've lost the track that you as an individual, you as a human should be able to make your own decision and come up with your own consensus on what you want to do in your life. It should not be told to you.
Correct.
And right now it seems like a lot of stuff happening in our country today and across the globe is everybody's being told what to do. And if they disobey and they don't go with their government on what they're being told to do, they're called an outcast. They're called treasoners, and they're attacked. And they're attacked on multiple levels. They're attacked on people who follow mainstream media. They're attacked by friends and family. It's horrible right now. It's extremely horrible. And I'm talking about this because where I have COVID and my mother follows mainstream media, like she follows mainstream media to the T. She watches Channel 6, Channel 13. Like, they follow all these things. And according to her, young, healthy individuals are the ones ending up on a ventilator and dying. That's what she's telling me. And this is what she's hearing on her news. So when she talked to me today on the phone, I'm like, I'm feeling great. You know, I had a fever. I'm feeling great. Oh, okay. Like, wait a minute, what? Why are you sounding like depressed?
She
like,
bummed out that you're doing good.
Yeah, like I'm feeling like she was bummed out that I'm not fucking on a ventilator, that I'm not dead. Like, really? Like, okay, wait a minute. Are you understanding that right now your mainstream media could be falsifying things or doing, not really falsifying, but yet spreading propaganda?
That's a bold claim, Cotton.
I mean, seriously, like,
but you're right.
It is bold claim, and
allegedly.
I won't be surprised. We'll see if I get banned on either one of these media profiles after this episode. Yeah, but
hey, but that's the truth, though. I think that's the truth. You know, I think we're at that point where I think people are starting to, more and more people seem to be agreeing that there's something wrong with the narrative, right?
Right.
Like there's more people who on both sides of the fence, you know,
Right.
coming to you in awareness that like it's just weird. Like the behavior of the media is weird. Like
Right.
it's and more people are beginning to like kind of see that. So it's good. It's good.
Right.
But it's
And that
propaganda nonetheless. And I
it is.
think yeah,
And I think the more people start waking up to it and realizing it, the better off we're going to be in time.
for sure.
Unfortunately, it's going to take time.
It's
gonna
hard,
take a
bro.
lot of
It's
people to-
propaganda. Like it's hard. Like that shit is like there's a science behind that and it's hard to shake it if you're under the spell, you know?
Right.
It's hard to shake it.
Now, before I make this next claim, before social media really hates me, I'm not saying this is anything in regards to like the Holocaust. But with that being said, how did Hitler spread his propaganda to hate the Jews? How did he turn everybody against the Jews? He turned their media, sent out flyers, and created the hatred for the Jews that way.
What was the hatred based off of? Do we know?
Ah, that is a good question. I cannot remember. Dude, it's been so long since I've been in high school. I just remember that it was all created by propaganda, and there was flyers that were being dropped from freaking planes and stuff like that.
I'm probably wrong, but
Go ahead.
from what I have heard, maybe I think I could be making it up. That Hitler was like a germaphobe. Like he was like afraid of germs, and I think like I don't know, man. I'm fucking making
Oh,
the
go ahead and keep
for
talking.
sure. I don't know. I heard it was something about like cleanliness, like the cleanliness of the Jews or something like that. And he didn't. I don't know. I feel like something had to do with dirtiness or something. I don't know. And that's why it's just like to me, it's a weird parallel if that's even true. Um,
So it looks like says the Hitler's four-step process for dehumanizing the Jews. Dear God, why can I not speak? I'm not drunk. I have not touched alcohol.
dehumanizing.
There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Prejudice. Prejudice is the first one. The Nazi government actually fostered and promoted prejudice. According to the dictionary definition, prejudice is comprised of unreasonable feelings, opinions, and attitudes, especially of hostile nature regarding an ethnic, racial, social, and religious group. So you use prejudice.
But like how, like that's still a very ambiguous. But keep going. I want to hear the rest of it.
Oh, see here. Related all prejudice completely. I'm just kind of he used scapegoating. The Nazis scapegoated the Jews, blaming them for every social problem in German society. They published an enormous quantity of propaganda that blamed the Jews for the wrongdoings, mistakes, or faults that plague civilization, and declared Jews and others of Untermenschen or subhuman. I believe I pronounced that right. I kind of just went slowly. It was Untermenschen. Excuse me.
Oh, is that the word in German, Untermenschen or something?
I'm guessing so, yeah.
Okay. Subhuman, Untermenschen.
Right.
Sounds cool. Sounds like a rad like metal band or something.
Discrimination. In this case of the Jews, the Nazi prejudice against them made them easy to scapegoat. This naturally led to discriminatory laws by the government and caused violent acts against them that individuals could perpetrate with impunity. Jews were required to wear a yellow star of David sewn onto their outerwear like a badge of shame so others could see and avoid them, or they could, if so. Now, see what I'm reading right there? The Jews are required to wear the Star of David on their shirts. So let's reverse that right now. We don't want the unvaccinated to, think that they're being sold out. So what we're going to do is we're going to give the vaccinated a card. You use this card, you can go wherever you want. You can go eat at this restaurant. You can go shopping at this grocery store. As long as you got this card, you're good. Think about that. History does repeat itself. It may not be in the same aspect of things or be as brutal.
But there are parallels.
Yes. Exactly. There are parallels. Yeah. Why can I'm speaking
parallels. That's that COVID making you dumber right now. Isn't that one of the side effects? Makes people dumber.
Maybe. No.
Yeah.
That was it.
Parallels.
That's all you gotta say.
No, we're saying parallels. I think that's
Yeah.
Oh. I got distracted. I lost my train of thought if I was talking.
So yeah, I mean, if you really think about it, history does repeat itself. It may not be the same exact way, but history does seem to repeat itself. And I believe we're in that same mind track. So when people comparing it to it, they're not saying that it's as bad, but they're saying that if you look at certain aspects of it, we are within that realm.
I mean, we don't know what 5 or 10 years from now is going to bring to the people who have taken this concoction. We just don't. Like, and that's an unfortunate truth.
Right.
Like, we just don't know. It might be nothing. It could absolutely 100% be nothing. These people could all be 100% healthy and whatever. I don't know.
Right. We don't know.
But we don't know.
It's just like I'm going to go get the monoclonal antibodies on Friday for my COVID. And I really don't know what the long-term side effects of this is. It's supposed to wear off. So the way monoclonal antibodies works, it's like a treatment, right? So it's supposed to wear off. It works as giving you your body the fighting agents that it needs at that time.
I mean, it's like, honestly, if you're feeling better by Thursday, I just hit them up and just be like, I'm good. Like, you know, if you're feeling better and your fever is broke, then you don't need that shit.
Right. So that's the question. Like, I hear different stories about COVID, right? I hear completely different stories about COVID. So, like, if I had it for a while,
just get the jab, bro. Fuck it. Be a man. Just go get it.
Oh man, do you have the jab?
Fuck no.
All right. But no, seriously, if you think about it, what stage am I in of COVID? So no one really knows. Some saying, oh, when you get the fever, that's the beginning of it. And then comes the cough, and then comes this.
For some people, right? Some people didn't get a fever.
Right. Some are asymptomatic. Or then you have somebody like my children, because I'm basing my COVID off of what my kids had. So my daughter had a headache that lasted forever beforehand, body aches, right? So that was her first stage. Come closer to the end of COVID, she was probably about a week already in. That's when she spiked her fever and she lost her taste and smell. And then after that, she was golden. She felt great afterwards. The same with my oldest son. Well, not my oldest son, but my middle child son. Same thing with him. Okay, the headache is still there a little bit, sort of touch. That's why I'm sitting going like this. And like, yeah. A little sort of touch.
What's your temp? You want to take a live temp?
We can. I took one right at the beginning of the show. That was 100 even. But we'll check it
30 minutes ago almost.
That was 30 minutes ago. But see, I don't think I'm getting an accurate temp. Adriana, hold on. Let me have my daughter grab my forehead one. Come here real quick. So I'll have my daughter go grab my forehead one, because I don't think the ear is going to be accurate, only because I'm wearing headsets. So my ear is
109. Oh, it's not bad actually.
No, we'll take a forehead one real quick.
Yeah.
If she ever comes out of her room.
Right. Hey, it's all right though. So 100.3, so it's high. Still.
Yeah, it's high.
99 point something. What was
Nothing like last night.
No, last night was crazy, dude. That was gnarly. It went fast too. That was weird.
It did. It freaking shot right up. It was like 102.8. It was freaking nuts. And it's been years upon years since I've had a fever.
It's probably good for you then, just to get that shit out the way, right?
All right, that's it. It finally hit me. It's like, oh, hello, there it is. Let's fight it.
It's good.
And that's really good, because you know your body's fighting it, right? You know your body's hitting it. Could you go grab me the forehead?
Damn, 2.5 minutes later she came out. That's wild.
Yeah, it was like 2.5 minutes later. She made a comment when I called for her. Said, "Oh, he would right in the middle of a match."
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so she's gaming.
Oh, that's right. I got to remember she's a gamer.
Yeah, all my kids are gamers.
That's right. It's like they're doing shit. They're not.
I'm pushing out this gamer gene, and I'm not much of a gamer. Like I like playing games, but I can only handle.
You gamed a little more back in the day, though.
Oh, back in the day, dude, I was zoned right out. World of Warcraft was my game, man. That was my poison.
Probably about 15 or so years ago, right?
Yeah. And booting people on Yahoo, like Yahoo booting.
Coincidentally, your children are roughly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's weird.
Yeah, weird coincidence. Right?
Weird. So many coincidences. Fucking weird.
Thank you. So, Legion of what? Oh, League of Legends. Gotcha. I did it wrong. Hold on. So the last time I checked, it was 100.9. So we'll see
On
what.
that thing.
Yeah, the last time I checked it. So it's been a while. I gotta wait for it to shut off. It's such a weird thing. Funny part is this is probably something I would not own, but I heard it advertised too many times on the radio. So
How many times? How many times? This is an interesting.
How many times?
More than 50.
Yeah, I'd say about maybe 60 or 70 times, if not more.
So 100 or like more or less than 100.
So when COVID started, up until the second year, I heard it almost every night that I worked, at least 2 to 3 times a night.
And then how long into the pandemic did you decide to make the purchase?
5 months ago.
5 months ago. So you made it like a year and a half, basically. 3 times a day for a year and a half.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of times.
So yeah,
I buckled. You caved and you bought it.
I did. So yeah, I'm hitting 100. So yeah, I got a little fever.
Okay.
It's probably because I'm out moving around. I don't feel sluggish though. That's amazing. Nothing like yesterday. Oh, dude, I was so freaking dead yesterday. I'd step outside and come back in and shiver for like an hour. It was fucking insane.
Yeah, that's when it's bad. Like when you're shivering, if you have a fever and you're shivering, like that's heavy. That's when it's real.
Right. So let's talk about that. I guess I didn't really plan too much. I just wanted to come on here and talk about my COVID experience. But I do want to talk about No Filter Radio's website. So everybody knows.
What is the No Filter Radio website, Mark?
NoFilterRadio.net, Gary. So yeah, I mean, for those who don't know, NoFilterRadio.net is where you can meet the 3 main hosts that are always on the show. So you got Gary, myself, and Justin. You can see pictures of us right there on the website, right on the main page. Also, right underneath our pictures is where you can buy us a beer. Now, all the links are right there on the website. Or there is another tab up there. It's called Support Us. If you look on there, it'll actually tell you different ways that you can support us. There's 3 different ways. And then as well, we had issues where people were having a hard time listening to us. So 2 different ways you can find out how to listen to us. Number 1, if you hit podcast list, you come up with every podcast that we've talked about on the show is uploaded onto the website. You can click on it right from there. You'll see the title of it. You can click on it, listen to it right on the website. Up at the right above them, I do have 5 tabs. Subscribe with Apple, Spotify, Google, Podbean, and Amazon. The links are right there. All you got to do is click on from there, and you can instantly go to one of those pages where you listen to your podcast and just start liking and subscribing to us from there. For those who don't understand that, the top menu bar, there's a subscribe button now with even bigger buttons. I had to make it user-friendly. So listen, your favorite way, big buttons. I got iTunes, Google Play, RSS feed, YouTube. Sorry, YouTube is on there now. I had a lot of people tell me they couldn't find us on YouTube, so now they can find us on YouTube, Amazon, and Spotify. Of course, as always, you can contact us. All of our contact information for the podcast is right on here, and you can submit a form right underneath the map. I do not know why there's a map there, and I can't remove it, so the map is there for good. I'm not dealing with it, but there is a fun new feature that we added because I want people to be more active with No Filter Radio. Is I have created a discussion forum now. So now you can jump in and number 1, podcast chatter. If you want to talk about your favorite episode, you go to podcast chatter and click on previous episodes and find your favorite episode and just start talking about it there. Let people know about it. You can comment underneath of it and everything else. Have a good conversation. Or maybe you have an episode suggestion for us. You can put that over there or chat with the host. There's a spot for that as well. Also, because we always get censored if we say certain things within the social media platforms, I have created a political section. Pretty cool thing is I have one for everybody, and I created a fun one as well. I created a spot for Republicans, Democrats, Conservatives, Libertarians, Independents, and then I'll fix it tomorrow. And then I have what we call battlegrounds. if you want to battle, if you're a libertarian, if you're a Democrat or a Republican, you want to battle with anybody else that's on a different fence than you, you can do that now in the forum. Call them out. Have some fun in there. But I will ban you. Everything is a go unless you start getting racist or you start speaking death upon people, and then you're going to get removed. I will not tolerate it, and I will boot your ass right off there. So that being said, I also have Beer Roundtable. The Beer Roundtable is kind of fun. This is where we can post memes, favorite TikToks, Twitter posts, Facebook posts, and YouTubes. You can do all that in the Beer Roundtable. If anybody has any other suggestions to add in there, just send me an email and let me know, and I'll get it on there for you. I want to make this board grow, and I don't mind adding other topics. I just need to know about them. And then that's really it. It's short and sweet. It's nothing too big, and it's enough for people just to kind of gain some more activity around here. So it gives us ideas for podcasts. And if you guys do give us an idea, I'm going to make sure I give you a shout out on the show for helping us get a topic for us to talk about. And I may even share those TikTok videos. If you find some really good ones, I will share them, especially on the video podcast. So everybody who's watching will be able to see these videos. But I will say I am starting to feel a little nauseous.
Finally getting to you, huh?
It's finally hitting to me. I was able to survive for about 36 minutes, and now I'm starting to
run out of gas, getting a little.
Yeah, I'm starting to run out of gas right now.
Hey, we might get a puke on live.
We're not, because we're about to end the show. So yeah, I really just wanted to get on here because I typically always do a podcast. Dizzy, I'm sorry you can't jump in a little late, brother. I'm about ready to end the show now. I'm not feeling too well. I really just wanted to get on here, really talk about my COVID, where I'm at right now, what I'm experiencing, what I'm taking, what it's helping me out, and talk about the new features on the website. But I'm starting not to feel good, so we're gonna end this. Brother, you got any final words before I get out of here?
Hey, dude, listen to your doctor's orders, man. What did he say? Drink a lot of water, take
Lots
your
of water.
vitamins, get some rest.
That's it.
Do your thing, man. Like, that's all you got to do. You know, you're healthy. You know this. So,
Oh, yeah.
So
Battle right through.
Get well soon, dude. We'll be bugging you later.
I'm sure it will. All right, here we go. We're out of here.
All right.
You've been listening to No Filter Radio. We live in an awesome country that provides freedom of speech. And this show obviously takes full advantage of that. We hope you've gotten some useful and practical information from the show. And we hope you had fun along the way, too. We know we did. Make sure to like, rate, and review the show. And we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, get everything you may need at nofilterradio.net. That's nofilterradio.net. Till next time, give 'em hell.